Dear Secretary General, Ms. Maria Buric, thank you for being with us. Dear ministers and colleagues, ambassadors and delegates, we are arrived at our final session. Let me start from last night. Last night we were in front of some experiences and experiences of crimes that in a way we can say that escape the reach of human justice. Apartheid, genocide, terrorism, the worst part of our experiences. Listening to the witnesses, Albi Sachs, Professor Pumla, Mario Calabresi, I was reminded of the title of a book that impressed me so much. The book is from a French author, Antoine Garapon. Il a écrit un livre, le titre duquel est « Crime qu'on ne peut ni punir ni pardonner ». Il y a des expériences dans la vie personnelle et sociale qui échappent à toutes les possibilités de la justice, mais qui, on a vu hier soir, ont été à la base d'une nouvelle forme de justice. Ils étaient à l'origine d'une créativité qui échappe à la pure réflexion académique et nourrie par une expérience vivante. De cette expérience, il y a des traits de la nouvelle approche à la justice réparative que je voudrais souligner tout en reprenant quelques phrases qu'on a écoutées hier soir. Je l'ai marqué ici sur le menu de hier soir parce que j'étais vraiment touchée de ce que j'avais écouté. Albi Sachs said that after the attack that almost killed him and indeed made him, come si dice cieco? Blind, took him away one arm and one eye. He said that in that experience he elaborated the idea of soft vengeance. And he said it is so powerful and so liberating. Later on, when he told us about the meeting with the person that made the attack, the offender, he said, the mysterious enemy now becomes a person. And yet, indeed, he highlighted that this experience requires a full commitment to truth. There is no possibility of such an experience outside the experience of truth, to tell the truth about what happened. And he said that there are many different kinds of truth. The one that provoked such an experience in his life is an experiential and dialogical truth. Soft vengeance, the instinct of vengeance in front of such attacks and crime is understandable, but as Mario Calabresi's mother, the young 25-year-old widow with 3 kids, said, I don't want to cultivate rage, resentment, and hatred. Vengeance is the first reaction, but then everybody is in front of a choice, either to cultivate it or to move on. And again, Professor Pumla said that reconciliation happens, but happens out of a process of acknowledgement of responsibilities. There were so many other things, but I think that all those who had the possibility to attend the dinner have found their own point that it's a gift that we were given and we can bring us home. As a general comment, following the evening and all the work that we have done in these couple of days, I would like to state again what was clear in all the comments of the people that intervened here, that restorative justice is not a soft approach to crime. It is a more effective approach to crime. La giustizia riparativa non è un approccio soft al crimine, ma un approccio più efficace, a complement to the traditional criminal justice for the benefits of the victims that, as we have heard, are liberated by the ghosts, the monsters, the nightmare of the evil, of the offender that take responsibility vis-à-vis the victims and are given new possibility to look forward, and for the society as a whole that is given the opportunity to overcome conflicts and to mend social bonds that have been damaged or disrupted by crimes. È più efficace per tutti, per le vittime che sono liberati dall'incubo del male subito, per gli offensori che assumono la loro responsabilità vis-à-vis, guardando in faccia negli occhi le vittime, per la società intera che può ricostituire i legami sociali distrutti dal crimine, perché il crimine è innanzitutto una rottura dei rapporti sociali. Dear colleagues, we are here for the final step of our work, which is the adoption of the Venice Declaration. I really want to thank all the delegations who contributed with their comments and amendments to ameliorate the text and reach a consensus. I'm going to read, for the benefit of all, the final commitment of this declaration. I will skip the introductory part. The text has been distributed and circulated already in advance, and the final version is on your table and will be published at the end of this session on the website of the Council of Europe. I'm going to read starting from point 15. The Ministers of Justice of the Council of Europe member states invite the Council of Europe to encourage and assist its member states to, first, develop national action plans or policies where necessary for the implementation of recommendation of 2018 number 8 on restorative justice in criminal matters, by ensuring interagency cooperation nationwide, adequate national legislation and funding, while reflecting on the idea that a right to access to appropriate restorative justice service for all the interested parties, if they freely consent, should be a goal of the national authorities. Second, promote a wide application of restorative justice for juveniles in conflict with the law as one of the more valuable components of child-friendly justice, according to the guidelines of the Committee of Ministers on Child-Friendly Justice. Third, stimulate in each member state a wide implementation of restorative justice, its principles and methods as a complement or, where suitable, as an alternative to or within the framework of criminal proceedings, aiming at desistance from crime, offenders' reintegration, and victims' recovery. Fourth, consider restorative justice as an essential part of the training curricula of legal professionals, including the judiciary, lawyers, prosecutors, social workers, the police, as well as of prison and probation staff, and to reflect on how to include the principles, methods, practices, and safeguards of restorative justice in university curricula and other tertiary level education programs for jurists, while paying attention to the participation of civil society and local and regional authorities in the restorative justice processes, and addressing the Council of Europe when in need for cooperation programs and training of its official implementing restorative justice. Fifth, raise the awareness of restorative justice processes nationwide and put into practice projects aiming at widespread communication of the role and benefits of restorative justice in criminal matters by providing a response beyond penal sanctions. Ils invitent le Conseil de l'Europe à réaliser une étude complète des modèles de justice restaurative actuellement couverts par les législations nationales et mis en œuvre par les gouvernements des États membres, afin de faciliter l'échange de connaissances, de bonnes pratiques, d'expériences et de véritables travaux de recherche scientifique sur ces sujets, tout en reconnaissant les spécificités nationales. Élaborer des principes de haut niveau du Conseil d'Europe sur la justice restaurative, proposant un ensemble de mesures par lesquelles les États membres s'efforceront d'appliquer ces principes. Continuer, par l'intermédiaire du Comité européen pour les problèmes criminels, à évaluer régulièrement la mise en œuvre de la recommandation du 2018 et des principes qui sont annexés, à la lumière de toute évolution significative du recours à la justice restaurative dans les États membres et, si nécessaire, la réviser conformément à l'article 67 de la recommandation. Now, I think that we shall proclaim that the declaration is adopted. Congratulations to all of you. Before leaving final words to Ms. Buric, let me just add one final small comment. What we have seen in these days is that this declaration is born out of experiences spontaneously developed in many countries. Experience came first and law followed. That's why we can strongly believe that restorative justice is not utopia, because it is based on unbiased and dispassionate observation of real people and real example. Questa dichiarazione, come abbiamo visto dai lavori di questi 2 giorni, è frutto di esperienze più o meno lunghe nel tempo, più o meno mature, ma molto diffuse nella stragrande maggioranza degli Stati membri del Consiglio d'Europa. L'esperienza della giustizia reparativa ha preceduto la risposta giuridica ed è per questo che possiamo con fermezza ritenere che la giustizia reparativa non sia un'utopia, ma sia il frutto di un'osservazione senza pregiudizi della realtà così come si è mostrata a partire da esperienze straordinarie come quella del Sudafrica fino alle esperienze più minute che si possono scorgere nelle pieghe dei nostri sistemi giuridici in ogni paese del Consiglio d'Europa. So this declaration has deep and strong roots in real life, is embedded in real life. Indeed, as any other tree, it is fragile. It requires care, day by day care. That's why we need such a declaration. We need to restate our commitment as a precondition for the tree of restorative justice to flourish. Thank you very much, and now the floor is for Ms. Buric.
Madame la Présidente, Mesdames et Messieurs les ministres, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, je vais être assez bref. Je crois beaucoup a été dit ces 2 jours sur le thème de notre conférence ici. Et à ce titre, je voudrais tout d'abord remercier la présidence italienne et Madame Cartabia, Madame la ministre, d'avoir choisi ce thème et d'avoir choisi aussi un thème sensible mais important pour nos sociétés. Je crois que tout ce qu'on a entendu ces 2 jours nous inspire de travailler encore plus sur ce thème. Et je crois que la déclaration qui a été adoptée nous donne de l'inspiration, mais aussi nous donne une idée comment continuer dans le futur. I think that the ministerial meetings, in particular the ministers of justice for the Council of Europe, are of utmost importance. And I thank now for, this is I think 3rd presidency in the row that has the ministerial in the area of justice, so for the ministers of justice. And in what I heard, I think the next presidency may continue this path. It proves that justice is important for our societies, but it also proves that these kind of meetings are necessary, important, judging also from the fact that so many ministers and state secretaries have attended this meeting. And thank you also for choosing this beautiful venue and this wonderful city of Venice to host this important meeting. So from Council of Europe side, I can only say that the conference declaration provides a very useful guidance for continuation of our works in the field of restorative justice. It sets clear path, and I think within the framework of what you do and the area in which we work, it gives an ample space for continuing the work based on the declaration that has just been made. So with this, and as it is the end of the year, I would like to thank all of you for being here. I would like to wish you good health, first of all, seeing the situation in which we still live and work, but also happiness and very many good wishes for the next year. So once again, thank you for everyone to have come to here, but thank you again to Italian presidency for this excellent declaration and excellent conference at the end of the year.
Before ending our works, let me spend a word of gratitude to all the people that have worked so hard in the previous months for the preparation of this conference, for the people that have worked so hard in these days, especially the staff of the Ministry of Justice. They are behind the scene, they are always in the backstage, but their work is so valuable for our work. The organizer company Vela, and all of you, all your staff that made this conference possible. So a big, big, big applause for all the people and to our experts. Again, thank you so much to our experts that gave us so much food for thought. And I declare now the conference closed, and I wish you a wonderful new year for what we are waiting to do in the next year, and to the Irish presidency that will take over in next spring. Thank you so much.